Hey guys, how's your week going? So, in this video, I decided I'm going to go through and clean some of the things that I've been missing and that I've been needing to clean. Um, so the other day, I had cleaned out my windowsills throughout. I think I only have 2 windows left. I think I missed those 2, honestly, on the right side of my house, the kitchen and the window behind the couch. But I've been going through cleaning those out because I don't know that I've ever, I have cleaned them because I tried cleaning them with a sponge at one point in time in water and it made a muddy mess. But what I've been doing this time is I've been using a paintbrush to sweep up all the little dirt and then vacuum it out and then spray it and clean it. And it's been working really well because I don't have a steamer or anything like that. I don't have like a whole lot of cleaning tools, and to be honest, a lot of times I don't really care to get them out. So unless they make the job a lot easier, which I don't even know if it does, I just don't have it. I like cleaning tools. I think they're nice. I've been looking at a squeegee, but I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to keep on using spray away and a towel and call it, or microfiber, and call it a day. And yeah. But anyways, so I need to get those cleaned today. And then I also need to go through and get my daughter and my son's bathroom, like the main bathroom of the house, cleaned because it's been a hot minute. It's looking pretty rough in there. And then the microwave and the stove, I keep on looking at it. I need to clean it, or the oven. I had cleaned it the other day, and my oven's older. There's some things that are burnt on that I just can't get off. But I was cooking something and it dripped, so I need to get that cleaned up. So we're going to go through and do a quick get whatever needs to be done. Also, the hallway wall. My dog Bean, she was really, really muddy when she came in the other day, and there's like her body print on the wall. So we're going to get that wiped down. I have been doing a bit more filming lately. This works really well. Sorry, I'll go back to that. But this works really well. It's just a paintbrush, and then you just vacuum it up, like sweep it up like you would your floor. It works really well. But so anyways, I've been doing more filming lately and now I'm behind on editing. So sometimes I'm kind of off, like I forget what I'm doing in this video or this day or whatever, just because I have been filming more because I have a few projects going on. But I thought, well, I need to do some cleaning. Let's get some cleaning done. I had finished my son's bedroom. That, I say finished lightly. I have not finished it. I finished his room where it functions a whole lot better and it no longer feels like just way overwhelming. He's been managing it, cleaning it, all the things, perfectly fine. I feel like every once in a while your kids just get too much stuff built up and then they just have a hard time just even knowing where to put the things. But so that's all back under under control. But I do need to go through I do need to make him a Lego table desk. I just haven't wanted to go to the basement because it's a disaster. And to be honest, when I go down there, it's probably going to be I'm going to go through and reorganize a lot of that stuff. Where I have our like workout equipment, I think I want to switch that location, which is going to be a lot harder. And then because our basement, we use it as a garage. It is a garage. It stores all the things. It stores all my husband's like mechanic tools, welder, I say my lightly, woodworking tools. I say that just because I don't use his mechanic tools, and I don't know how to weld. So that's definitely his. I do know how to cut wood. So, sometimes not the squarest, but I know how. But so anyways, and all of that is housed, and the lawn stuff. So like the lawnmower, the pressure washer, weed eater, all that stuff's in the basement. And I would love one day to have a building to get a lot of that stuff out. Plus it also stores, my Christmas decor, we don't use the attic, so, and we won't use the attic, but like old toys or things like that, like my kids wanted to keep, well, not like, but like they have like a box of things that they liked when they were little that's down there, stuff like that. But so anyways, and I really just need to go through a lot of it, but all of that is housed downstairs, and it's a lot. It really is. And but I would love to have a building to put some of that in, but I don't. So I don't have a place upstairs for like the treadmill and exercise bike and stuff like that, but I would like it to be nice so that way you could actually use it. So I'm thinking about rearranging down there. I don't know, or at least just cleaning it up because it's a hot mess. But sometimes changing the location of things make a huge difference. Also, I edited out how long it took me to get this mirror back up there. It was a serious struggle. But so anyways, also whenever I am cleaning the bathroom, that OxiClean, it's what used to be Kaboom. If you remember those days, I'm pretty sure it's pretty close. It sprays on purple or like blue, and then it changes color. But I will spray that on my toilet and all the things, and sink. The sinks I'm not as patient with. I feel like I should probably be more patient with those, but I'll spray and let it set while I do other things. And then that way, whenever I finally make it around to whatever I'm cleaning, it's literally, you just wipe it off. Like, it melts everything off the wall, off the... The only thing that I have one area that's like more calcium, that's the only part that like it doesn't do. But everything else, all the soap scum, things like that, it helps a whole lot with. I haven't tried it on my shower glass. I need to try it on my shower glass. But also these doors. I'm going through and I'm hitting the things that need to get done. And these doors, I need to do all of them. But this one was extra dirty because Bean likes to lay right there in that little corner. I don't know why. That's just what she likes. So if the door's shut or she'll like, if the door is shut, she tries to come in. So it gets pulled on or whatever. Like, she literally can open the door handles. I don't know why I shut the doors. But so anyways... see, like, it don't look that bad, but it is that bad. Also, I do want to go through and repaint a lot of my house, because this, whenever I painted in the hallway, it was during, also look at all the dog hair and junk. Oh, it's gross. When I painted the hallway, first off, I painted it all white with the drywall primer, right? And then my husband was like, well, let's just do a white color. And I like it. It's fine. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So we did this one. But I like, if you look right there, I'll put a little thing on there. But if you look right there, I didn't paint the whole wall all the way. You could really see it once it got wet. But so I do want to go back through and paint the hallway and probably the laundry room. I do need to repaint that trim too, because again, having dogs. I say dogs plural, but we just have Bean now. But Frank ended up living to be 14. He ended up having congestive heart disease. So we lost him this year, but I miss him. We all miss him so much. But I was telling my dad the other day, also this sink, this sink, I don't know what stone it is, but I'm going to go ahead and let you know. It stains horribly, and I've sealed it. It's fine. It's just going to have to hang out. But I do my best to get it clean. But anyways, I was telling my dad, I'm pretty sure my dogs are better at training me than I am at training them, which isn't a good thing at all. But Frank, like, he would get a treat in the morning when he woke up because he's a good boy. And then he'd get a treat at night whenever he went to bed because he's a good boy. And sometimes he needed an extra one, a couple through the day. And then I found out, like, both of my neighbors, like, one of them had sausage links in his... vehicle, so when he got home he would give him like little sausages, and then my other neighbor would throw milk bones over the fence. I'm like, well, no wonder why he was a little chunky. I'm just kidding, he was so handsome. But so Bean also, like, she doesn't do the treats so much, but she's really smart too. Frank was really smart. We had an underground fence to try to keep him in because he literally would break out of everything. And the new fence that we put up was the only thing, like, he didn't. And I don't know if it's just because he was getting older and didn't really care anymore. But like, whenever the underground fence curves, the signal's not as strong, so it doesn't get them, like, zap them, I guess. But he learned very early on, like, he would tilt his head and then run through there, and it wouldn't get him. And I don't know if it was the amount of fur or what, but he was really smart. And then he would always break out, and I was always afraid somebody would get him. So, and I know somebody's going to say this is mean or whatever, but honestly, I was just trying to keep him safe. But so anyways, I had an electric fence that went at the bottom of our fence line. And he would literally go and so if a leaf or something would get on it, it would ground it out, and then he would just bust through. Like, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was very smart. Bean's the same way. She's really, really smart, and it cracks me up because, like, if I'm sitting on the couch and I have my phone and she wants outside, she'll come over and smack my phone on my head. I'm like, what does not Bean? Like, what's your problem? And then if I'm watching TV and she wants out, which she wants out all the time, she will literally come put her paws in my lap and then put her face right in front of my face where I can't see anything. And she does it all the time. And my husband will be sitting on the couch, and she doesn't do it to him. She only does it to me. So I guess they figured out I'm the weaker link. Also, this bar keeps falling. I think it's because I haven't put a towel hook in here yet. I have been trying to find one. I'm overthinking it. I really am. I also need a hand towel hook in here. There's some little things that I just need to go through and do. They're not that big of projects. And I think it's just because I'm indecisive. Okay, so like the end of last year, beginning of this year, I was at my mom's house, and I was like, I think I'm going to start doing cross stitching because I don't want to scroll on my phone as much. So she actually had some different little kits and that she hadn't done, and I was like, I'm stealing these, which she totally offered them to me, but I stole them. So anyways, I had done, I'll have to show you it whenever, I'll put it in a post, I think. But so for like months, all I had done was a little row of carrots. And then, slowly I started like doing a random head of lettuce here and there. And then but like, that's all I had done probably for at least 4 months. But so then, I had the great idea to take it to tournaments and stuff whenever I go to tournaments for my kid. And I have almost finished one. It is crazy. I've been working on that thing. But also, I kind of, like, in the evening when my husband's watching TV, like, if it's not something, like, it's because I like some of the stuff he watches, and then some things, like, I'll listen to it, but I don't really have to, like, watch it. So I'll cross-stitch whenever we're sitting there, and then like when he goes to bed, the problem is I stay up too late and I put on like true crime podcast or whatever, and I'll sit there and cross stitch while I listen to it because I don't really have to look, but I'll put it on YouTube and then I'll watch it. I've been watching this Annie Elise, and I've seen hers before. It pops up like here and there, and I've watched it before, but so that's what my pastime to do whenever the kids are asleep or whatever is I'll stay up and watch or listen to true crime and cross stitch. So, the other day I guess kind of what I started, because I do like the little crime things or whatever. I find them interesting to listen to or whatever. I don't like gore at all. I don't, but I do like the figuring out who did it or whatever and all that stuff. But so anyways, the other day, I was looking for something to watch, and then I guess Netflix released their new crime documentary series, I guess. I don't know. I haven't got on there. I need to get on there and watch them, because I like watching that stuff. But so anyways, the Maternal Instincts one was like everywhere on my little feed. So I was like, okay. And I was like, what is that one? And then it's the Taylor, I think her name was Taylor Parker or something. I don't know. But it's her crime oh my gosh, it's absolutely horrible what she did. But so anyways, so I rewatched or re-listened to that podcast, and can I just say the detective who sat in that hospital room and let that woman tell all the lies to him, I'm like, the patience that you have, because you know she's lying. You know she is. 200 billion%. Like, there's no hesitation. Like, there's no doubt that this woman is lying. And he's just sitting there and letting her lie all the things. But, I mean, he gets a confession out of her, so good job. But I'm like, oh my gosh, it's absolutely horrible what she did. Absolutely horrible. And what's even more horrible is I don't think that she even, I would say, realizes what she has done, but I really just think she's that delusional. I have no idea. I'm like, how in the world? It's insane. It's totally insane. If you haven't seen it, you need, like, I don't know about the maternal instincts. Like I said, I listened to the podcast, and I really, I'm true criming and cross stitching. That's what my life is after dark. But so anyways, also it's getting dark really late, so I'm staying up too late doing that. But so anyways, it's insane the amount of delusion that there is in her, like when she's talking to the detective. It's absolutely insane. But so anyways, if you like true crime, like the crime podcasts or things like that, I recommend that one. If you've seen the Netflix maternal, like their crime documentaries, if they're good, let me know. Because right now, that's what I'm doing after dark. I'm staying up too late, though. Way too late. I completely forgot that I wiped down this hallway. I'm glad I did, though. So I think it was last year. It might have even been the year before. I had not done anything in this hallway in at least 6 years, probably. It was that bad. And I hadn't repainted it. I hadn't done anything. And I went through and I painted it and spruced it back up. And no, it's nothing fancy. But my whole thing is I'm trying to go back and reclaim the areas of my home. I would like to eventually maybe do some kind of wall thing. It's a small space, but just to kind of give it some life in there. But it's really dark back here. Like, there's no light in this. There's no window in the bathroom here. And then the only light, there's 2 windows on either side. So the hallway stays pretty dark. So I kind of like it white because it makes it feel a little brighter. I'm just trying to figure out some cute wall things. I'm going to move that sign. I don't really care for it. I just wanted it out of the living room. So I have been thinking about adding some shelves to the living room, but I'm also contemplating if I want to paint it or not. I don't know. It's a future project. Right now I'm still in the kids' rooms. I've really got to get his desk built, and then I'm going through and helping her declutter in hers. Also, why do I always start more than one room at once? I can't ever finish. I got 3 rooms going at the same time. Because I may have started in the laundry room. Nowhere near done. Nowhere near done. But we're not talking about that. I have to start 500 projects. I have no clue why. But also, I hadn't wiped down this cabinet, and I need to go through and wipe it down. I'm going to wipe it down and restock in here and get it back ready, friendly for the kids. I really love this blue color. I like how this bathroom looks. I don't think that's what is Pinteresty, but it's totally fine. I love this color. And I think the bathroom looks happy, especially for being such a dark room. So it makes me happy. I'm going to go through restock here and then change the air filter for the air return. And then I'm going to do a couple things in the kitchen. Because, once again, we're just doing those things that I've gotten behind on. I am not deep cleaning anything. I am just maintenance cleaning. Also, well, I deep cleaned in here. I lied. We're doing some deep cleaning, just not a whole room deep clean. But this looks so much better. Also, if you know anything to help keep that countertop from staining from soap, I have no clue why it does. I have sealed it with a granite sealer, but I have no clue if it's even granite. I don't know. But so anyways, this thing was looking awful because we have no carpet and we have a dog. And yeah, looks disgusting. So I'm going to get that switched. Also, they had those little Yankee candle things where you can put them on your air freshener and it's supposed to help freshen up your house. And they were expensive and they're really strong at first. And it gave me, so it's not like bad, but not my thing. And then I just randomly had the idea right now. You could probably just put a car freshener and call it a day if you wanted your house to smell like a certain scent. And it would probably work really well. But my husband saw them and he was like, hey. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I like the way the apple one smells, but it was kind of strong at the beginning. And yeah. So this is where we're at. It's looking a lot better. All the things. I have Also, my shower looks splotchy because we actually painted it, so it is splotchy. So it's totally fine. Eventually, maybe one day we'll get around to replacing it. We'll see. But this is the microwave, and it was looking disgusting. So we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of because, yeah. And I don't know if I'm supposed to use this in the microwave, but I did. I don't know. I probably should read on the can. And that's where I spilled all that. I have no clue. I think it's from when I baked potatoes, and the butter might have came out of the aluminum foil. That's the only thing I can think. Or, wait, it could be from the cobbler. I made a blackberry cobbler the other day. We went walking, and there's this one park, and that always, they have blackberries there. So we went and picked blackberries and made a cobbler. The kids loved it. But I have really enjoyed making all the different things coming out of the garden. I'm kind of zucchini'd out a little bit, just a little bit. But since I've started added chocolate, I actually added cocoa powder to the last zucchini bread, and I wish I would have put more chocolate chips in. It would have been delicious. I did put peanut butter in it, kind of weird at first, but the kids ended up really liking it. So not a bad thing, I guess. But the only thing is I need to figure out the consistency for the oil to peanut butter ratio, because mine was a little bit more dense, I guess, than what I would like. They loved it, but so I'm going to figure that out. And then if I get the recipe right, I'll share it if anybody wants to try it. But so anyways, we are about zucchini'd out other than that. And then we've gotten so many peppers. My son's loving that. He loves peppers. That's like one of his favorite things. And then green beans, finally. I'm starting to get some green beans. I have tomatoes on the plants. They're not changing. And like I said, I think my potatoes are ready to come out of the ground. So all the things, lots of stuff happening in the garden area. But also, I don't know that my garden, there's some things that I liked about the layout this year, and there's some things that I still don't like, that I don't think I have right. And things that did really well last year are not doing so well this year. Other things are doing great. My zucchini and squash, cucumbers. Last year, my cucumbers all died. So there are things that are doing well, and then things I need to figure out. And then also, none of my greens came up. Last year, my greens did great. My cucumbers died. This year, my greens died. My cucumbers are doing great. So it's just, gardening is fun. It's hard, and it's a lot of, for me, it's a lot of trial and error. And what works sometimes one year doesn't work the next year, or what did well one year doesn't do well the next year. And it's just figuring it out. But so it's still really fun, and I enjoy gardening. But we are zucchini down. I'm not even kidding. I feel like that episode of Big City Greens, if you've seen it, the zucchini episode, you know what I'm talking about. But so anyways, I am going to end it here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you're at. Remember, today's a blessing, and I hope everybody has a safe 4th of July. I am hoping I get another video in on Friday. But thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.